Well, what's going on, everybody? Just thought I'd get on here and shoot the breeze with you guys for a little while. I'm going to read, sometimes it's hard to answer all the comments back on typing on YouTube. So, guys, I read the comments, I read every single one of them. If I don't answer them, I apologize. Doesn't mean I'm not reading them, and it does not mean that I don't appreciate them. How's everybody doing? Let's see who we got in here so far. We got Corey, Isaiah, Jeff, Gary, Gabe, and DM. I know we got more people than that because we got 30 people watching, but that's the only people that are talking in the chat right now. So I'm gonna how you doing, Steven? Figured I'd read off some of the favorite comments from the past week's videos. What's up, KC? Joe, how you doing? So the first section of comments we're going to start with is on the it's HVAC service, no cooling, condenser not running. It was on that airflow unit that I worked on. I uploaded it on May the 30th. Some of my favorite comments here are, well, we kind of put this on the bed, is the fan spinning backwards. Gary Spangler, I think I said your last name right. Thank you for subscribing. Randy, how you doing? Always good to see you. Frank. Thank you, Frank. Like I said, I'm a Yankees fan. I'm not a huge Yankees fan, but I wore this shirt in a previous live thing, and I like the Yankees, and I thought this was a cool looking shirt. So, Jesse, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. So, guy says on my airflow video, is the fan spinning backwards? Like, guys, these fans are not spinning backwards, just like Ted said. It's the camera can't pick it up. It's, they're not spinning backwards or slow. Let's see. There's been some comments. Yeah, Isaiah's been slacking on the videos lately. As for all the comments I got on that airflow, that was the one that tripped the breaker, and I couldn't figure out why. I still haven't been back. Everything's good. No, one guy said could it be that it's not grounded? The unit is grounded. One guy left a comment. So you were happy with a 6-degree superheat? Yes, because I was working with a TXV. Expansion valve was working. We had about 10 degrees subcool, and it was holding the superheat down at 6. So yes, I was happy with a 6-degree superheat. People make fun of the way I say yellow. I can't help it because at the beginning of my videos, the Yellow Jacket ad. One guy I did clear up how to identify airflow versus Linux in a 13 ACD is a 13 SEER straight cool airflow. 13 ACX is a 13 SEER AC straight cool Linux. Appreciate that comment. Another comment about the fan spinning back slow. I cleared that up with the guy. That's about it for that video. Got a few other comments about on the blown capacitor. Yeah, Steven, that's, that can happen. Definitely. Um, okay, good, Gary. I'm glad to know that I got your name right because I'm not good at pronouncing names. I'm not good at spelling. I mean, if it's not something normal or if it's something out of the ordinary, I can butcher a name. So if I butcher anybody's name, I apologize in advance. So, just guys, leave. Let me see if I can find a. Let's see. Okay, guys have been commenting about the veto bag. Guys have been veto, 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 veto. And look, I ain't got nothing against veto. Veto has sent me some great bags, and they've been nice enough to do that. Everybody has noticed lately in my videos, I've been carrying a Klein bag. Curtis, my man, what's up, Curtis? Everybody has noticed that I've been carrying a Klein bag lately. Reason for that is guys, I couldn't find that perfect veto. I just could not find the veto for me. I tried the closed ones. I tried the open ones. I just couldn't find it. I like a more, I guess, electrician style bag. And I really, really like my Klein bag that I have right now. So nothing against Vito. Vito's great stuff. I just couldn't find the one that was right for me. Plus, they're heavy. My Klein bag's not nearly as heavy. But as I showed you in a video not too long ago, me and Ted have that in common. I just take my 8-in-1 Klein, my wire stripper tool, because my wire stripper tool can be used to strip wire. It can be used, so it's used as its main purpose, and it can strip wire. It can also be used as needle nose to pull wires off. It can also be used as a pair of pliers, channel locks in, a very soft way, like taking a rubber cap off, not the brass caps, but the rubber ones, for your refrigerant. Yes, Frank, it's open. It's open top or open. Now, so I take the 8-in-1 and the Klein 8-in-1, my meter, and my flashlight, and that's it. And my drill, depending on what kind of unit it is, I might take my drill. If there's a lot of screws, like today I worked on a train, I think it was an XE 1100. You got to take that big square panel off, and then you got to take the other little panel off to get to your controls. So I grabbed my little Bosch 12-volt impact driver and took that with me as well, because the nut driver and the stripper tool I can just put in my back pocket, and then I just carry my meter in my hand. Now, if I'm not going up in an attic or something, or in the house, I won't bring the flashlight. Obviously, I don't need a flashlight in the middle of the day on the condensing unit. So usually the 8-in-1 stripper tool and the flashlight if needed, and the meter, and the drill on occasion. So that's how I do it. Well, Gary, I'm glad to hear that, man. I hope you like it. I love the Klein 8-in-1. It's to me, it's how do you say that? It's the cat's meow. Let's see. I haven't got a Karen. How you doing? I haven't got this comment in a while. A guy commented. He said he feels like more equipment owners are learning something new rather than techs. Not that he cares. He's just saying. I'd have to disagree with that. I mean, homeowners are going to research no matter what. So, but everybody's entitled to their opinion. Guys are making jokes about the stuff spinning backwards. What meter do I recommend? Hey, Field Piece and Fluke. And also the Amp Probe ACD 14 Pro. I still have a couple of those left that I need to give away. I've got to do a giveaway, guys, and I will do one soon. Yeah, Corey, I saw that video. from Ted. I like that video. Mike Palace is in the house. How you doing, Mike? Thanks for coming in. You can't go wrong with any field piece meter now Fluke. You're going to want to get the HVAC meter, which is the 902. That's the original. It's an HVAC clamp meter from Fluke, or you can get the 902 FC, which is the new one. The FC stands for Fluke Connect. It connects to the app. Yes, Casey, I did. I wasn't using it. I've got so many meters. I got 3 field piece meters. I've got an ACD 14 Pro. I've got another Fluke. I've got a plain Fluke 902, not the FC. I have a plain 902. It's a couple more I got, but I wasn't using it, so I just sold it to somebody. The UEI DL429, Keith, I personally have not put in my hands, but I've heard great things. We're going to talk about I know you see the title of the video, answering comments, which is what I've been doing. And then job from today, I'm going to tell you guys about a crazy job that I went on today. I didn't get to film it. I'm so upset that I didn't get to film it, but it wasn't possible. Here's a good one. Here's a good comment that was left on, what video is this? The title of this video is HVAC / how to diagnose and replace a blown capacitor. Okay. So hold on, let me, okay. This guy says, when you change the cap, which is the capacitor, for those of you that don't know, do you just go back with what's in the system or actually check what came on it originally? Because we all know there's some techs out there that just put whatever they have on the truck. Very true. To answer that question, I'm going to be completely honest with you, because I'd be lying if I said anything else. I usually go back with what's on there. Now, if I have a suspicion, I'll call, the Lennox store, Train store, Carrier store, Green Root store, and I will verify it. But to be completely honest, most of the time I go back with what's there. That's probably not a good habit, but you can't always get a look at the compressor. Maybe I should change those ways and try to maybe start calling the manufacturers more often. But usually, look, guys, I know there's a lot of hacks out there, but a capacitor, usually guys are going to put back what's on there. You take, for example, today, my last call of the day was a condenser that wasn't running. The capacitor was blown. Right. Exactly, Frank. But I'm guilty. I don't always check it. I should, but I don't. I'm not going to lie. Let's see. I went on my last call of the day today was a train. Well, hell, it was that XE1100 I was telling y'all about. Blown capacitor. So it had a 30/5. Well, the guy that changed it, you could tell the capacitor had been replaced. And he was actually nice enough to write in the panel, OEM capacitor is a 25/5. Didn't have one on truck. He actually wrote that in the panel. So he wrote OEM capacitor is a 25/5. So I had a 25/5 on the truck, and that's what I put. Put disconnect in. Fan motor came on, compressor didn't. Long story short, compressor was in thermal overload. We cooled it off. It came back on. Everything was good to go. But that's not the job I wanted to tell y'all about in the title of the video. I'm just looking through some more comments. I was okay. Sorry, guys. I was just reading through that. I think that's about all the comments I got. So, yeah, let me tell you guys about this job that I went on today. It was my first call of the day. Linux system, 13 ACD, I believe. Yeah, with a CBX 24. It was a 2-ton system in a little apartment. Lady called us out and said that a week ago. Now, here's the thing. You know, what I'm about to tell you, you're going to say, well, damn, how did the unit run for a week? But just bear with me here. A week ago, she had somebody come out and put 4 pounds of gas in her machine. The day they did that, she left for a week to go on vacation. But she had it fixed the day she left. That way, you know, when she got back from vacation, she'd have her air conditioning and all that. But she turned it off. She turned the unit off while she went on vacation, completely off. So she called our company today. She was recommended to our company, the company that I work for, by some, I believe, some family members. And I get there today. She tells me that the guy said that the unit was low on Freon, and he put 4 pounds in it and said that the evaporator was probably leaking. And I said, well, did he do a leak? Did he check for a leak? She goes, I don't think so. I said, well, did you hear him up in the closet up there with a little meter that was beeping or anything? She said, no, he didn't do none of that. I said, okay. I said, I'll check it out. So the first thing that I do is I go to the evaporator coil. It's in a closet. It's an apartment. I climb under the return and I look up with my light, and the evaporator is plugged. Now it's not plugged thick at all. It's got that really thin, like a blanket on it. You can actually still see the fins through what was plugging it up. You guys know what I'm talking about. So I was actually able, instead of pulling it and cleaning it, because, you know, I don't think this lady wanted to spend that kind of money. It was actually peeling. I was actually able to peel it, and it was coming off in sheets. So y'all know what I'm talking about. I would pull that stuff off the evaporator, and it was coming off in sheets. So I did both sides, and it did beautiful. I would pull, and just a big sheet would come off. Pull the, you know, just keep pulling and pulling. I was able to get every bit of it off. So I went down to the truck, and I got some of this right here. Went down to the truck, got some of this, and sprayed it on there, and fired the system up. Went outside, put the gauges on it. Condenser wasn't running. Contactor was pulled in, but the condenser was not running. Well, this Linux had the red button, the high pressure switch behind that little door down at this is 410A, keep in mind. So I do the 2 screws. I pull the door back. I hit the red button, and immediately the pressure switch tripped again. I mean, immediately. So I hit it again. Bam, immediately it tripped again. I said, okay, something's going on here. So what I did is temporarily, because I know somebody will yeah, I hear you, Frank. It is pretty satisfying to sit under there and just pull those sheets off. But I got it really clean and sprayed some of this on there. So anyway, So what I'm about to say, don't freak out. I'm just telling you it was temporary. I took the high pressure switch out of the loop and hooked the contactor up directly so I could see what the hell was going on. This son bitch was running over 700 pounds of head pressure. 700 pounds of head pressure over 200 pounds of suction. So I shut it down. I shut the machine down. I went to the truck and got the recovery stuff out. I'm so upset that I didn't get to film this, but she was what Ted calls a mega helicopter customer, where they hover over you. I mean, she was following me everywhere. She followed me upstairs to the evaporator. She followed me, everywhere. There was no way I could film this, and I was so upset because it would have made a great video. Oh, one more. Let me backtrack a little bit. Another thing I noticed at the evaporator, I forgot to tell you guys, is that he took the bulb of the expansion valve. He took it off the suction line. It was just dangling outside the cabinet, and they didn't leave it like that at install because you could see the clamp. You could see where he took the clamp off and just set it down on the platform. So I put the bulb back in place and insulated it, then went downstairs. So now we're back, to where that happened. So I said, you know what? I'm going to pull all the gas out of here and we're going to start over. So I went and got the recovery system out and I took all the gas out. And I went and I went ahead and vacuumed the system as well while I had it all out. Now, I don't think there was any non-condensables in there. But I just pulled a very quick vacuum. I went through the manifold, just a quick vacuum. I don't believe there was any non-condensables in there. So pulled a quick vacuum, loaded it up with, charge it to the factory specifications with virgin 410A. Well, I shut it down, Randy. I mean, the minute I saw that, I pulled the disconnect, dude. I shut it down. So, I figured with all that shit going on, best thing for me to do is just get all that charge out of there. I pulled a quick vacuum on it and put some and did it to the manufacturer specifications with virgin 410A. Started the system back up. She was running beautiful. I charged it to 10 degrees of subcooling, and we had about 13 degrees of superheat, something like that. So basically, he overcharged dog piss out of that unit. And I guess he took the bulb off to try to get the valve to open all the way or some shit. I don't know what the hell he was doing, but it was just dangling outside the cabinet. So that was my first call for the day. And I thought you guys, since I didn't get to film it, I thought that I would get on here and tell you guys about it. Because that was when I got in the truck. I mean, I was like, damn it, why did she have to follow me like that? I said, man, that would have made such a good video. So, how you doing, Gary? Gray, I didn't weigh what I took out because I mean, I wasn't putting it back in or nothing. I didn't even take the scale out. I took the scale out to fill it back up, but I didn't even weigh what I pulled out. Yeah, I guess I should have, but I didn't. I mean, I didn't even pull the scale out for that. I just recovered it. So it was crazy. It just unbelievable, Never looked under the coil to see what was going on, and took the expansion valve bulb off and just let it dangle. So it was a 2-ton. I don't know. I've got the picture on my other phone. I don't remember what the factory charge was. Not much. 4 pounds, 5 pounds, maybe. It wasn't much. Hey, Mr. Ken, how you doing, buddy? It's a long story, Gary Black. You'll have to rewind. No, my tank wasn't empty. It had some 410 in it already. Once our tanks are full, we turn them into the supply house here. Probably so, Steven. You're probably right. And another interesting thing, my buddy Matt Cantrell helped me out today. I went on a service call and I needed to check the charge, and it had lock caps on it. And lock caps we don't see here often. That's the first time I've seen lock caps on a system in a couple years. And I have one of those universal keys, where you flip it 410A to or 22. And I didn't have a key, and I was nowhere near a supply house, and I was getting ready to run all the way back to town to get a key. And I texted a couple good buddies of mine that I'm in a group text with, and I said, "Hey, do any of you have any tricks to get a lock cap off if you don't have a key?" And my buddy Matt Cantrell texted me back and said, "Yep, run a zip screw through it, but not too deep." He told me, and he said it does it to where it pushes into something inside to where the whole thing will spin instead of just a little thing spinning on the outside. Gary, I'm in Louisiana. So here you go. You're welcome. You want to say hi? Yeah. You want to say hi? Say hi. Say hi. Can you say hi in there? Say hi. Hi. Here you go. So anyway, so I put a picture in the group. I ran a zip screw through each one. Yeah, no vent cap, Steven. Exactly. That's what they said on them. No vent. I ran a screw just barely where it, like Matt told me, where it just barely entered. And sure enough, man, they come right off. Thank you guys. Appreciate the comments about her. She's two and 3/4, I guess. Her birthday's in August. Should be 3. So I just ran the screw in there, and like Matt told me to, and they came right off. And I put some regular cap. I carry little brass caps with O-rings in them, and I put those back on. They're not code here. I think they're code on new construction here. They grow fast, Steven, for sure. I think they're code on new construction, but as far as a swap out, change out, they're not code. Some companies do use them though, but I need to get me a new key. I don't want to have to go drill them out every time I run into them, which I don't run into them often. I may not run into another set of lock caps for another 2 or 3 years, but my luck if I don't go get it, if I don't get a key tomorrow morning, because the company I work for, we actually meet at the supply house that we deal with every morning. So I might as well just get me a key while I'm there. Yeah, see, KMAX says that Louisiana lock caps are code for new construction. Yeah, new construction, they're code, but for a change out, they're not. Gary Spangler says he's got a 9-month-old. Well, congratulations, man. I hear you, Frank, but man, like I said, I wasn't nowhere near a supply house. And man, I didn't want to have to go all the way back. So when Matt told me about that trick, I was just very, very careful, and it got the job done. Got the job done for sure. I posted the video, pictures of it on the in the group. James, yeah, I put regular caps back on it. I carry brass caps with O-rings in them. They're not the hex caps. They're just regular brass caps. You can do them with your finger. They have like grips on them, and they have O-rings on the inside. That's what I put back on there. So anyway, I don't know about I didn't know any tricks. I knew somebody had posted a trick in a Facebook group a while back, and I couldn't remember. So like I said, I texted a couple guys that I'm in a group text with, and Matt was the first one to respond and told me about the zip screw trick, and it worked beautiful. Yeah, that's what Matt told me. He was just like, just be careful. Don't go deep. He told me, he said, as soon as the screw penetrates the color, whether it's green or pink, he said, as soon as the screw penetrates the color, stop. And that's what I did. And I'm telling you guys, it worked beautiful. I didn't hit anything. I didn't screw anything up. So I put that little 12-volt impact driver on there, and as soon as that screw penetrated that green coloring, I stopped. Nothing was leaking, and they unscrewed right off, no problem. So it works. So it'll get you out of a bind if you're in a pinch. Another guy commented and said that like a thermostat screwdriver would work. I thought about that, but I didn't think it would work. But hey, if you're ever out there and you're not close to the supply house and you don't have a key and you don't want to go make a trip back to get a key, do the zip screw thing. It works. Believe me, it works. And John HVAC's here. Guys, that's a good guy to go check out on YouTube, man. He goes to Harbor Freight live with his camera on YouTube. You can ask him questions. He'll go check shit out for you if you want him to. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. Yeah, 108 watching. Wow, this is great. I appreciate the support. No, Frank, this was a different unit, Frank. This was a different service call. Not the same job. Not the same job, but good catch, though. But yes, not the same job. But yeah, guys, John HVAC, he'll go to Home Depot live on YouTube. He'll go to Harbor Freight. He'll go he goes to all kind of places. And if you ask him to go check something out, he'll go check it out for you and show it to you. Cool dude. I like John. Yeah, John's the moist guy. He's moist. But magnetic lock caps. The company that I worked for here in Lafayette before the one I'm at now, they use locking caps that a Schrader core tool would remove them. We install ICP, Chris. Yeah, there's John with the moist. But the locking caps that the company I worked for previously here in Lafayette, a Schrader tool, that's how you took them on and off with a Schrader tool. So those were pretty cool. That's convenient because we always got a Schrader tool on us, whether we have one in our multi-screwdriver or from a core tool, something. So, that's pretty cool. Yeah, there's no code here for lock caps except on new construction. New construction, it's code, or you'll fail your mechanical inspection. But as far as changeouts go, no code on them. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I just thought that I would answer some of these comments I've been getting and tell you guys about that job today with the crazy head pressure and the coil. Since I didn't get to video it, I figured I would tell you guys about it. I thought it was worth hearing about. Hope you guys enjoyed the story. Well, I really wish I could have filmed it, guys, but like I said, the old helicopter customer got me. Guys, y'all have a good night. I think we got up to like 108 people, and this was just for a chat. Body camera, Wayne. I'm, maybe after my surgery, after I lose weight, but I'm a little big for a body camera right now. But I used to have a GoPro with a head strap, but my GoPro got lost in the move when we moved to Lafayette. I have no idea where it's at. So maybe after my procedure, though, when I lose some weight, I'll look into a body camera. But all right, guys. Look, if y'all want to do a hangout this weekend, I don't think I have anything going on Saturday night. We could probably do a hangout. I appreciate you subscribing, Chris. I really do. We could do a hangout. We can do a live hangout, and we could shoot the shit. But please do come in. I don't want to sit here and just, I don't mind talking alone about stuff like this. But if we're going to do a hangout, I want some of you guys to come in here and talk with me. If I'm going to when I get on here and answer comments or tell a story from a job, I don't mind talking by myself and reading the chat. But if we're going to do a hangout, I want some of you guys to come in here. If you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. All you got to do is this right here at the top of Google Hangouts. Just turn your camera off just like that so you can talk. You don't have to show your face, but I would appreciate you if you would come in here and talk, where we can kind of shoot the shit back and forth. I want to thank everybody for tuning in, watching all my videos and tuning into these live streams. Like I said, I really appreciate the support. 108 viewers on just the chat. That was pretty cool. So, all right, guys. Gary, thank you for tuning in. Gary Spangler. Yeah, we're getting some trolls in here, Steven, for sure. And the sad part is I think I probably know who it is. But it's all good. I appreciate you watching the videos. I seen a couple new people in here tonight that said they were new and they enjoyed the channel and stuff. I appreciate that. It means the world to me. All right, guys, until next time, thank you for watching. We'll see y'all on the next one.